this is one other very, very important feature that we need to bear in mind. Now coming to the executive, the second great branch of government. We have a president who's the head of state. Now the president is elected. And the president is elected by an electoral college consisting of both the houses of parliament as well as the legislatures of the states. We are so concerned about the president as head of state that it is almost impossible to impeach him or her. Impeachment can take place only on the ground that he or she have violated the constitution. The ground is very broad. But you require a 2/3 majority of the entire house. That is the entire Rajya Sabha and the entire Lok Sabha. And what happens is procedurally, a charge is preferred for impeachment by one house. That charge has to have the requisite 2/3 strength of the entire house. The other house then takes up the charge. And if it is found valid, then 2/3 of that house, entire, again have to pass it. Something almost impossible. So you have ensured that your head of state remains in the saddle for 5 years. It's therefore very, very important to see that you elect somebody who is worthy of being head of state. Like, for example, Dr. Abdul Kalam. There should be a healthy constitutional convention where presidents, governors, etc., that ultimately you elect and or appoint, because governors are appointed, by the majority judgment, and each of them gave a different reason as to how basic structure was impacted and the 39th Amendment failed. So, coming to the end, fag end now of this long lecture, sorry for having detained you people for so long. May I only say this? We started out, if you remember, with the 4 examples I gave you of what's been happening in this country this year. The moment there is any onslaught on the media, the courts must be vigilant to instantly scotch it. That's the only way you can protect the media in this country. Otherwise, you are finished. It is the watchdog. It is our watchdog. And if our watchdog is killed, then there's nothing that remains. So this is the first important thing that I would like to suggest. Why don't you look for that pool instead of looking for the pool of your own politicians who you wish to somehow or the other push up? This is one. Second, very important to overrule or dilute B.K. Pavitra. You remember I told you that judgment, which says that when a bill comes into the hands of a governor, without more, he just sends it to the president. That's the end of the bill, and that's the end of federalism. So that needs to be looked into. And most importantly, when the governor is removed, we still fortunately have a judgment which says when he is removed, though he is at the pleasure of the center, if he is removed mala fide or arbitrarily, reasons have to be given to the court and his removal can be set aside. So this is so far as governors are concerned.